Now, let us talk about one more feature over here, which is related to applied steps. Very interesting. Let me first set up the things for you to understand what is happening, and then I'll show you the impact of the same on applied step, and we'll see how smart Power BI is. We'll be able to see that through this option. For this, I'll simply go to the customers table and I'm going to perform one task here. If you see, we have the birth date with us. Based on the birth date, I'm going to create one column in the name of age of the customer. Not age, rather, let us just talk about the birth year. You know that how to extract year out of a date column. For this, we'll simply go to add column, and over here on the right hand side, you have the date option. Under the date option, we have year, and then we're going to choose year. Or we can use this extract option and we can just pick up the last 4 characters from the column. That also works absolutely fine. One thing can be done in multiple ways in Power BI, just like Excel. So it is your call. I'll just simply change the name of the column, which is birth year. Good, we got a column in the name of birth year. Now I'll simply go to home and I'm going to apply all the changes onto Power BI, right? So it will end up over here. So let me just come over here and just show you that how it looks like. Let me just close and apply. It will take a couple of seconds. So for that, we need to wait. So you can see we have already, I've done loading previous tables. It is just loading the recent tables, which are customer, which I have made some changes, and then subcategories and the sales folder that we have connected to. I hope you're enjoying these videos. I hope you're learning it. It's my personal suggestion that try to use the files along with this which I have shared. So just do a practical hands-on onto the same. Okay, so we got all the files on the right hand side. You can see it is coming up in the report view. It is coming up in the data view also if it is refreshes over here. And it is coming up in the model view also, which we'll be talking about just after this video. So now let us just talk about this report view and not report view, the data view. I wanted to show you something over here. If I go to the customers table, you will find something very important, that we are having that column that we just inserted in the name of birth year, right? This is what we did into Power Query. We loaded in Power BI so we can see birth year. Absolutely logical, absolutely fine, good. Suppose I don't want this birth year now. I have changed my mind as a developer of the report. I've changed it. I don't want the birth year column. What should I do? Should I delete it from here? Because yes, I can do it. If I simply right click, I can also delete this column from here. But what if I delete it? Because we know we created the same in Power Query, and Power Query recorded a step. So it means if I delete it from here, the moment we refresh the model, it will again apply the step onto the data, onto the source data, and will end up having the column once again. Is it? Let's check. I don't know. Okay, for this, what I'll do, I just want to show you something here. I'll open up Power Query in a side window, so that we'll be able to compare it easily. And I want to show you something very important. I want you to just focus on one very important thing here. And that important thing is, if I am into the customers table, the last column is birth year, which is good. And the last step, if you see, is renamed column. I have inserted the year over here. So the step is there. So what it will do, that I'm very curious about, because whether it is going to delete the step, is it that smart or something else? I want to show you. Once I come over here into Power BI and right click and try to delete something which I have created it into Power Query, right? Look at that, what will happen. I'm deleting it simply. Okay, now you'll notice something magical happens, because Power BI is that smart. It is understanding that what the developer of this report actually need. So if I go to Power Query, you will notice that inserted year step is there, rename column is there, but it has also added one more step in the name of removed column. It means that the user do not require that column anymore. If you see till here, that column is visible. but the last step actually removed that code. So that is the way it is very smart. No need to bother around about that how we need to go about it, right? So that is very important. That I really liked about Power BI, this particular thing, because I was wondering if I have created something into Power Query and end up deleting that later on into Power BI, whether it will apply the steps or no. It will not delete the step, but rather it will add a step. That's very important. And something you add over here into the data view into Power BI, it won't go back into query, because here everything is based on the calculation. So that doesn't make any sense, right? Because ultimately the data comes in, it is going to perform calculation onto the same, and we are good, right? So this is how it is. Let me just simply click on close and apply, so that if any changes are required to be applied, it will get applied over here. So far so good. We are done with Power Query. We have connected all the databases, and right. Thank you so much for watching. Let's move on to the next video.